enemy of knowledge is I know it before. The importance of knowledge is to serve God. Nebuchadnezzar have knowledge, but they have no knowledge of God in him. And so, if he had the knowledge of God as at that time, he would have used the knowledge he had to serve God. Meaning, whatever knowledge the individual acquires, without utilization, without using it for God, that knowledge is not knowledge. It's not knowledge at all. It has to do in summary of life. Whatever accusation a man acquires, academical and otherwise, it is primarily to serve God. It has to do with education, your marriage, your talents, and what have you, your beauty, your handsomeness, your car, your children, your houses, your farm. Whatever a man acquires, it is ultimately given unto you to honor God. When we talk about to serve God, to honor God by way of serving God. Psalm 73. David said his sleep was almost slipped away. That he regretted to have served God. He said, I regretted to have washed my hands clean when I saw the reward and prosperity of the wicked. When I saw that the people who are prayerless are the ones achieving their goals. When I saw that the people who live nonchalantly are achieving their achievements. The guy was in the valley of regret. I don't want to say how many of you are in the valley of regret. Whether I ask you or I don't ask you, some of us here are in the valley of regret. To have left your girlfriend, your lover. To have left that atrocity, immorality. Regretted you have not stolen from that man. You regretted to have not lied to achieve your pernicious ways. You have regretted to have not even committed adultery. Your life wouldn't have been like this. I didn't say this, and I'm not saying this to hurt your feeling. I know how you feel. We're all human beings. Ladies and gentlemen, as man, we are vulnerable to regret at times. I didn't say this thing to, hey, you are past leader. No, we are vulnerable to regret when life issue comes and you don't see somebody who's supposed to be of help to you. You see yourself begin to regret. I want to submit to you here, friend. We should always pray never to experience regret in life. We should always be careful what we're about to do or what to do so that we will not regret. Because it is painful to regret. It hurts. The only person that comforts you when you find yourself in that mess is God. So avoid doing anything, to regret because you have regret enough. Tell somebody by your side, I have regret enough. Therefore, I make up my mind. I will not do anything that will bring me to a state of regret. I've regretted enough. Do you know, if you have not come to this state where you say you have regret, when you know and realize that you have regretted enough, you will continue to do something to regret. You continue to do it because you have not seen the side effect. There's a saying in our common adage, who no go. No. Who no go, no. I know where you are. Let me stand here as I'm standing here by the grace of God to encourage you. Don't regret to serve God. Whatever you're doing to serve God, don't regret. It will pay off Sunday. I say it will pay off Sunday. Brother David managed to forge ahead and continue. And he came to a place, he said, how foolish was I to have ever regretted to have served God in purity, in integrity. How foolish. Why was I act like an animal? To have even regretted to have, listen, to have even have thoughts of regret. Before a man regrets, he has what? Thoughts. Please pay me attention. Before a man regrets to have done something, he has what? Thoughts. For me to have thoughts, regret inside of me, no. It was foolishness on my part. He said, until I went into the sanctuary of God, and I saw the end of the wicked, I saw the end of the ungodly, I saw the end of the unrighteous, I saw the end of those who serve God well. When I entered, I saw the end of serving God is of what note? He said, God is worth serving. What is the sanctuary? When he came into realization, when he came into acquaintancy with God, he saw the end of serving God. He pays to serve God. Brethren, it pays to serve. I encourage you, don't regret to serve God, to have served God. And don't regret to serve God. It might not pay now, but it will pay thereafter. What is the benefit of serving God? It makes a difference. You start to stand out. I said this to encourage you. Serve the Lord. Serve Him. Don't withhold your hand to serve Him. Everything at your disposal, use it to serve Him. That was why God dethroned Nebuchadnezzar. It's all that he acquired. He didn't use it to serve God. That knowledge is stupid knowledge. So virtually whatever you have, child of God, whatever God bequeathed to you, whatever you have acquired, anything you have acquired, hey, hear me, it is ultimately meant to serve God. You and your wife and your husband and children is to serve God. Your building is to serve God. The clothes you wear is to serve. Am I talking? Your eyes to serve God. Your tongue to serve God. Your mouth to serve God. Your anus, your leg, everything. Your shoe, your money, everything. Come on, child of God. Oh, to do what? To serve the Lord. Your time to serve the Lord. I live to serve Him. You should live to serve Him. Nebuchadnezzar was dethroned and humiliated because he never knew that whatever he had was from God. And that God gave him basically to serve Him. God kept you alive to serve Him. God placed you there to serve Him. God gave you that wife to serve Him. God gave you that husband to serve Him. God gave you that friend to serve Him. God gave you that children to serve Him. God gave you that car to serve Him. God gave you that money to serve Him. Don't use it selfishly. God give you talent to serve Him. Now take your time. The marriage, which is honorable, which God ordained, should not remove you from where God placed you. Did you get the message? If God give you work, which God will give some of you work, and the work is taking the place of God, resign. 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 When must God give you a husband that remove you from God? Think about it. When must God give you a wife and remove you from your office and make you dormant and make you useless? It's not worth marrying. When must God give me children that remove me not to serve God? Because I born children, I'm a singer or a choir. Because of children, I cannot sing. What does that mean? Which excuse are you going to give, friends, that will justify you before God? That you give that because of your children, because you are pregnant, that's why you are not doing what you're supposed to do as a Christian. You are joking. And it's an expensive joke. Expensive joke. Because you are preparing to marry. Yes, you are preparing to marry. You are putting two and two together to marry. Then you abandon your services to God because you are putting two and two together to marry. You are joking. I say you are joking. You are playing with your soul. Either because you are sick, and because I'm sick, that's why I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Let me repeat again, you are joking. Apostle Paul writing to say this word, among the words he has said, in Romans 8:38. Who shall separate us from the love of God? Who? He went further to analyze, shall tribulation, shall trials, shall persecution, shall life, the present life, or life to come, shall winter and wizard, shall lack of money, talk to me, shall lack of money, shall plenty money, is it gossip or envy, or my mother-in-law, or my father-in-law? The question remains, who shall separate us from, look at the love of God, look at the love of God, from serving God?